look so pale. Wow, I look pale. No worries about that. All right. I am in the process of trying this again because my internet was rubbish in the other area that I was at, so I do apologize. I am going to do a little bit of a get ready with me because I need to record some podcasts, and then a story time about Dave Grohl. So let's get into that, shall we? Where did I put? Oh, here it is. Okay. I'll see if anyone actually joins. Hopefully they will. Yeah, it's a crazy story about how I met Dave Grohl. And the reason I'm talking about it is because obviously today, if you saw the news, the gossip, actually, you know what? I need to put this on Do Not Disturb. Give me a second here, and then we can get into the story. H-O-T-T. Okay, I've got to stop singing that song. Let's get off there. Okay. Yeah. So what happened is a ridiculous, very LA story. So today, obviously, in the news, it came out that Dave Grohl had posted something on his Instagram. He did an Instagram post to state something very, very personal, which was that he had cheated on his wife, and that he had fathered a child while married, I think he said last year. Now, the reason this is bizarre is there's multiple reasons it's really bizarre. One, Dave Grohl is known for being the most private, one of the most private, stars. He's obviously an absolute music legend and icon to so many people. And he has always been just very cool with paparazzi. You've always seen him just be really nice to paparazzi, and he has just always had a very, very private home life, and he's been married for ages and had kids, and just very, very chill and very private. So to post something like that on his Instagram, it meant one of a few things. I think personally the reason he went to his Instagram to post something so private is because somebody was threatening that they were going to release the news that he had fathered a child and cheated on his wife. So he had to get ahead of the story. That's usually what happens in these type of things. And I think that's what he did. I think he thought, I have to get ahead of this. So he went and posted this statement. And who knows, what the back end of that is whether, maybe he was being, blackmailed by somebody. He maybe they were threatening to tell his wife, and his wife never knew this whole time, and then he had to tell his wife, and then he had so it's probably blackmailing him. That sounds the logical thing going on. So my story is that now I'm from England, but I've lived in LA now for well over a decade. So it is very true that when you live in LA, you really see celebrities in really, really random spots. And definitely the first year here, you're holy shit, I just saw oh my god, that's thingy over there. You do that a lot because it's cool. People that you grew up watching, or maybe have had an influence on you, and they're just super, super, memorable to you and important to you, and whether it's pop culture or whether it's influenced you in an artistic way. So you just want to stare at, right? You're just holy shit. So there's definitely, you see them, you get used to it, whatever. But this was a really bizarre thing. So I was living in an area of LA that I won't say like exactly where, but where I was is very like suburban. So it was in the valley, okay, and it's very suburban, and there are there's an area. A lot of it is just people, young families, and then a lot of like white picket fence houses and stuff like that. It's just very ordinary, like car dealerships, you know. It's just, and then there's an area that you kind of go behind it, and it goes up into the hills, into the mountains, and it is really wealthy. So that's where you get like big houses, but they're super hidden. So you kind of know the people that live there. They don't live right in central LA anywhere, or the Hollywood Hills. It's because they're very private. So there was like a strip mall, okay, and in it was the Michelin star restaurant Subway. Don't know if you're familiar, but I wanted a Subway sandwich, all right? Don't blame me, don't come for me. I wanted a Subway sandwich. So I was going to work, and I was like, shit, I need to get something for lunch. So I popped into Subway, and I'm like ordering, and you know, you go down the counter, and I hear someone like come in behind me. So it's just me in the shop. It was just me, the Subway worker, and then I hear someone come in behind me. So anyway, I'm getting through, finishing up my order, and I hear the guy next to me start to order his sandwich. So I just do a glance like that, and I see his hands were down like that, and they were covered in tattoos, and I was like, oh, it's interesting, whatever. Then I heard his voice, and it was all like slow motion of like in my head. I was like, I looked at his arms, and I kind of caught a glimpse of his hair length, and I was like, and his voice, and in my head I went, that's Dave Grohl. And I was like, okay, I'm not going to be seeing and meeting Dave Grohl in a Subway in suburbia. Like, that's cuckoo, no. Then as he speaks more, I'm like, and I look up and he has his glasses on, I'm like, this is Dave Grohl. I'm like, holy shit, this is Dave Grohl. So I'm about to pay, and there's just this one Subway worker. I can't do eyeliner, but I'm trying. And I'm thinking in my head, this is Dave Grohl. And I'm going through like everything. I'm thinking, my Nirvana stage, right? In secondary school, we all go through our Nirvana stage, our moody Nirvana stage. And I'm thinking of that. And I'm thinking of just every musician he's been in contact with, all the music he's created, everything being so bloody iconic. And I'm like, I'm in a Subway sandwich shop with a musical legend. What do I do? So there have been very few times in my life when I have approached a celebrity, and the ones that I have done it to have been icons of mine, like and heroes. Steve Coogan, for example, who's my comic genius, absolute bloody legend. I saw him in LA a couple of times, and he was the one that I wanted to go, like I did go and say hi to him. Oh, and Stephen Merchant. Steve Coogan, Stephen Merchant, just comedy heroes and legends. And if I saw Ricky Gervais, I'd full on collapse and like implode, so I can't even, like, it would be too much. So I'm thinking to myself, oh shit, this guy is so legendary. I kind of want to say hi, but maybe like, what am I going to say? You know, I don't know, whatever. Then I remember, or it just comes to me, one of my best friends back in England, who I've been friends with since I was like 5. We went through our Nirvana stage together. She has an immense, crazy wealth of knowledge when it comes to music. Like, she really does. It's remarkable. She really knows music. She loves music, loves live gigs. I went to my first gig with her to go see Violent Femmes. Like, she knows music, you know, and she just had her first baby, and I hadn't got her a present yet. So I thought, you know what is a perfect present? Dave Grohl. So I end up paying, and I'm doing this all in slow motion, being like, how do I do this? I'm so good. I'm going to be so bloody awkward approaching a celebrity, and oh, it's always so cringy, and you can never get it right, and like, what do I do, and what do I say? And he might be like, oh, shut up, can you go away? And what am I even asking him? You know, I didn't even know what I was going to ask him. I was like, what am I going to say? So we go outside Subway, and it's like bloody boiling hot, and I'm outside Subway, and I'm like, I don't know what to do, what do I do, what do I do? And I just remember getting my phone out and being like, I've got to do something, I don't know what to do. And then the door swings open and Dave Grohl comes out. And I just go, excuse me. Oh God, so embarrassing, my English accent. Excuse me. So he said, excuse me. And he turns around and he's like, yeah. Like, nice. He's like, yeah. And I'm like, hi. And I just walked up and I put my hand out and I was like, hi, I'm Pauline. And he was like, hi, I'm Dave. I was like, yeah, I know who you are, legend. And I like blurted out, I was like, my friend who is really, really a great music aficionado, actually her partner works for Radiohead. I wanted to slip that in so he kind of, I don't know what I thought that was gonna do. Oh, like he'd be really impressed. But I was like, and they just had their first baby. Is there any way I could get you to do a video for them? And he's like, sure. So gracious. So I was like, oh, come over here. Oh, God, cocky. I was like, oh, come over here. He's like, So we go, like, Subway's literally in the background. And I have the camera up like this. I'm going to put up on this channel so you can see it. I have the camera, my phone, and I just go, hi guys, there's somebody that wanted to say congratulations to you. And I turn the camera, and then Dave Grohl comes in, it's me and Dave Grohl, and he's like, oh, you guys had a baby? Oh, congrats. And he said something, I can't remember what else it is, I'll put it up on this channel. He was the nicest. I was like, thank you so much, you're amazing, thank you. And my friend said she was still in the hospital after giving birth when that came through on WhatsApp, and she said, I remember just thinking I was hallucinating. Like I thought that, like, from the air, or you know, the air that they give you when you give birth or whatever, pain medication, she was like, I thought I hallucinated it all, and it took me like a couple of days. I had this brand new baby, and then I was like, oh shit, did Dave Grohl say hi to me? It was wild, but it was such a cool story. And Dave Grohl was like the nicest guy. And I met him one more time after that, but that story was just so insane. Like, of all the places in LA, that's where I end up meeting an absolute legend. And he was just so kind and so gracious and so lovely. And he's just always been, I know a lot of like paparazzi have always just said he's been the nicest. He's been very, very kind, gracious, just private with his kids, whatever. And then this comes out and you're like, oh, we almost had one. We almost had one perfect rock star. Oh, so yeah, that's the story. It's a crazy one, and no one could. I like when I posted it. Obviously, I posted it on Instagram, and people were like, "What? Where did you meet Dave Grohl?" I was like, "Subway, guys. That's where I met Dave Grohl, in Subway." It's a crazy story, but I will put the video up on here because it is a really cool video, and he was so kind to do it. So I will do that. Let me get, what else do I need here? Yeah, it was just, I don't know. He was it's crazy what's come out, but I guarantee you he was being blackmailed by someone. It was like Charlie Sheen. Charlie Sheen went broke because he was spending a ton on all of his extracurricular activities, but also because he was being blackmailed because of his HIV status, and some people knew that, and they were blackmailing him for like hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. He said he was writing checks to like 10 people every month for insane amounts of money to keep this big secret. And I think, unfortunately, someone's probably threatened him, like, I'll go to the press, I'll release the story tomorrow, and he's just done it himself because it's better to get ahead of the story. Really, really wild. Okay, what am I looking for here? H-O-T-T. I can't stop singing that song, I don't even like it. Oh, I know, I'm looking for mascara. Ow! Whoops. Whoops-a-days. Professional YouTuber, guys. Professional YouTuber. Alright. I'm gonna finish up this and then I can start recording the pod. Actually. So I don't know, it's just kind of sad. It's like people mess up, they do really stupid things. I just don't know what it's like being in the public eye must be wild. I would just be so, I'd just be like so nervous all the time of somebody, you know, even stuff like, you know, just having a shit day and someone comes up and asks for your autograph and you're just really, really having a shit day and you're like, want to be just honest with them of like, I don't want to do this. And then you get labeled as being just a horrible person. So you have to like constantly be on, because all these people are going to come up to you and want an autograph, want to chat with you and say stuff like, oh my God, you changed my life and all of that. And you have to be like, oh, thank you so much, when you really just want to be like, leave me alone. But you know what? If you get to that position in life, you are, this looks terrible. You are a very lucky person to get to that point in life, you know, where you are so well known. That's a good problem to have, a good problem to have. But I just hope that now, I just hope there's not going to be like this shit ton of stuff that comes out about Dave Grohl. It's going to be like, oh, well, he did this and actually he's got 3 kids, block, and I had an affair with him like back when or whatever. I just hope that doesn't come out. That's going to be really, really sad. But so far it looks like his wife, you just don't know if the wife knew. And maybe they were like, didn't want it to go public because they wanted to hide it from their kids. They might be just been protecting their kids. They have some young kids, but some idiot probably threatened them, and then they had to. It's just hard. Or maybe she didn't even know and someone was threatening to tell her. You never know. All right, I need to, wait, where are my eyebrows? That's a question. Where are my eyebrows? Agency. I'm trying to obviously get used to this, get used to live streaming. And I'll tell you, I have no clue how the algorithm works or like timing either, because I'll come on here some days in the middle of the day and there'll be like a ton of people watching, and then right now there's like no one, and then you think, oh well, maybe it's night, so I'll go in at night and there's like no one. So I just don't get when the best is to live stream. I really don't. Maybe if I had it a little bit more organized it would probably be better, right? Maybe if I did like the notifications and stuff like that might be a little bit better. But yeah, I will post the Dave Grohl video though after this, because it is a cool video and it was so kind of him to do what he did. And I think it is really, really interesting. So maybe I'll get a Subway sponsorship. I should have titled this video Subway and Dave Grohl. Maybe. What would you even do if you got like a life? Can you imagine getting a sponsorship with Subway and then you had like a lifetime supply of Subway sandwiches? You'd end up just being like, I don't know how often you'd ever use that. I guess you could give it away to a load of people. That would be nice. Alright, I don't know what I'm talking about here. Subway's not going to sponsor me because I told a story about seeing Dave Grohl in one of the sandwich shops in the Valley. So, and I'll take you hard to go. never, like, I like lipstick, but I don't think I can ever find the right shade, so I end up just doing lip gloss, which I don't actually like lip gloss. Due to this heat, but there we have it. All right, I hope anyone that did, I need to do my hair as well. Oh, my hair needs a good seeing to you guys. It really does. I need a good hairstylist. I need a good hairstylist, and I need to get my roots done, and I need to do all that. I don't know why I'm pointing all this out to you, but I am. All right, I'm gonna go. I've got the potty to record, so I'm gonna go and do that. And I will be back, but I hope that you, if you caught this live or are watching it like later, I hope that you enjoyed the story. And I like my story times. I should do like celebrity encounter story times, because living in LA, everybody has a ton of them, and some are really wild and crazy. So maybe I should. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much. Remember to follow me on Instagram, Tender Loving Care Podcast. Go and listen to the podcast anywhere you get your podcast, Spotify, Apple, wherever. Tender Loving Care, question mark. All right, have a good one, guys. Bye-bye. All right, let's see how to off now.